I'm Chris Dickens, the blue guy on the blue bike. I want to explain what happened on the 9th of December 5th, 1994. Me and my friend Robbie Hartman was traveling southbound, going home, when a car struck and killed him instantly. It was a drunk driver. We was heading home. When he got hit, he went pretty far, about 150 feet from me where we was traveling. I want to explain and show you a video where we going and what we was doing and what we was saying. But right now, I want to explain that you'll never forget things like this. You will never forget. You might forget a little detail, but you will never forget. You will never forget the questions asked or what you said. You'll always remember a death of a friend or a loved one, especially if you was right beside him. I want to show you some pictures and some other photographs of the cross and what happened. You'll see a picture of two bikes, me standing beside another bike, empty. That's how close I was to Robbie Hartman. I hope me telling you and showing you that you need to put a light on your bike will help somebody out there. Somebody out there on a bike. Because one day you're going to be traveling on a bike and you wish and you might regret not having a light on your bike when traveling at night. I recommend walkers, joggers, and people who ride bikes that at night to get a light. You see, I'm promoting bike safety. I'm overdoing it because I have a cause. My cause is to show everybody I care for others. And you need to put a light on your bike. Because it only takes one time. One time to lose your friend. One time to see a loved one get killed. And you will never forget. I'm trying to stop others from getting killed by putting a light on their bike. We'll let this car pass by. The guy was going about 30 miles an hour. And boom, hit my friend. It was a black truck. It looked black, but it could have been blue because it was at night. There was a car following behind that car. And I know it was a truck. My friend got hit and he traveled about 150 feet away from me. And I suggest if you do travel on the road, make sure you have a light on your bike, because I don't think he saw him. Even though he was drunk, I think one light could have saved his life and he could be still here today talking and doing things right now. But he's not here right now with us no more. There's another car, and we'll pause. He's not here with us no more because somebody hit him and killed him. And some people on these cars don't care you driving on a bike or riding on the side. They don't care about you. You have to care about yourself. And another thing, if you do get hit and you got a light on your bike and you're in the right, you must make sure you're in the right. You can travel this white line. That's the law, state law where it says you're required to ride the white line. And they got to pass you with 3 feet from you. I just hope this video and all my other videos help promote bike safety. Because one day you're going to say, damn, I wish I had a light on my bike. Damn, I wish I had a freaking light. A $10 light could have saved my life, could have saved my injuries, and I can sue the guy who hit me. That's all. One light will protect you. The law will protect you. Make sure you're on the white line. You have lights on front and back. The law requires you to have a red light in the back and white lights in the front. So, back to our story. We're gonna let this car pass. That night, we just finished from that plant. It was a donut shop at the time. It was a bakery. We finished, and we just finished cleaning up. So we was heading home. We were bitching at one another. We're just in a friendly way saying who's coming in first, and who's coming in the morning. We was just talking to one another about who's coming in. Then the man hit him. Killed him instantly. I was there. I looked at his face, lying on the ground. You'll never forget. You would never forget that. 1994 to 2013 is still in my mind. Everything almost. I might forget what I said, but I remember almost every detail. Please tell your mom, tell your friends to buy you a light. They're cheap and it will protect you. I believe in my heart that if Robbie Hartman had a light on his bike, that drunk would could at least went around him. Robbie Hartman was driving the white line and I was in the gravel. I got over because I don't like being on the white line. People don't care. So I got into the gravel. He stayed on the white line. He was wearing completely dark clothes. He just bought a green overcoat. He was wearing nothing but black. You couldn't see nothing. Only thing you could saw was his little pedal reflectors. But sometimes when your feet is bent certain ways, you can't see those reflectors. And if you can't see those reflectors, that person can't see you. Because I looked at him like, I can't see him. And when he got hit, I remember his words, "They will go around me." I even said, "Get over, let them pass." And he said, "They will go around me." And I told myself in my mind, that's if they can see you. And that's what happened. He got hit. He was killed instantly. Spinal cord broke or something. I didn't read the autopsy report, but he was dead instantly. 150 feet from impact to where he landed. And I'm going to show you where he landed. There were marks on the road, but the road has been repaved since then. I wish they didn't. I wish I marked it better, but the cross is still there. And that's the only thing I can go to say hi, is his cross. His family didn't have enough money to bury him, didn't have a plot, so they cremated him. And that's the only thing I can go to is this cross on the highway. And I hope you will put a light, because I don't want to see a cross with your name on it either. Take it from me, it's not worth it. You need to buy a $10 light. That $10 light can save your life. And if you do get hit, you can sue the person who hit you. As long as you're in the right and they were wrong. Alright, I'm Chris Dickens, the blue guy on the blue bike. I hope you notice I have put some videos up with some new lights all over the bike. I'm going to show you in this video the lights before I turn it off, and I'm going to show you where the cross is. This is Highway 190, and right across from me and my bike is Pearson Seafood. They used to be the bakery that me and Robbie Hartman worked at. We finished just cleaning the building. We clocked out. We was heading home. As we was heading home, that's when Robbie Hartman got hit, struck and killed by a car. So we'll end this segment with Chris Dickens. I'm the blue guy on the blue bike. I hope you pay attention. I hope you learn something. So now I'm promoting bike safety whenever I can. Every time I see somebody on a bike with no lights, I try to say something, but I have my rules. Alright, here's the new lights. There's 4 new lights at the bottom. You see by my tire? That's the 4 new lights on my bike. And let's go in the back real quick. And I install white line blinkers where they can stay on all the time. That's all you need, folks, is a $10 light. I'm just overdoing it. You don't need all these lights. I have all kinds of extra stuff just to promote bike safety. And people say, why are you buying all this stuff? Why are you buying all these lights? Some people don't even know I'm doing this for bike safety or for Robbie Hartman. But I'm doing it because of Robbie Hartman. Robbie Hartman died and he had no lights. I know it's been so long, but I have the money, the technology's out, and time. I just hope y'all listen to me, because I hate to see one of your friends or your loved ones get hit by a car. Alright, possibly about right here where I'm at, he was traveling on this white lawn. I have gotten over to the gravel, and possibly about right where my bike is now, Robbie Hartman got struck. The drunk driver was traveling about 65 miles an hour according to state troopers' logs. And he came, you know, believe it or not, the first cross that we put down was stolen. I don't think this is the original area that he laid down. I think it's a little further down, but since this is where the cross is, I have to bring you here. Make a day video. Sorry for the shaking of the camera. That's Robbie Hartman's cross. And that's the only thing we have to remind us of Robbie Hartman. Now, when he got struck, his body was halfway across the white lawn, and the rest of his body is on this side of the highway and the rocks. He was facing face up, like he was staring in space. His eyes were wide open. I noticed I was ready to do CPR, but I knew it would be a waste of time. I saw his neck really broken and swollen, so I didn't bother doing CPR. I did not close his eyes like most you see in the movies. You close the eyes of the deceased, but I wanted him to look up into space. I guess he was looking towards something, and I was young. His neck was broken. It was really swollen, really big. Just lying there on the highway. The person who hit him kept going, didn't even slow down, didn't put on his brakes, didn't hesitate, didn't do nothing, just kept going non-stop. The car behind him pulled over and asked what to do. I said, follow him, find out where he lives. So she took off, and I believe she lost him. Couldn't find out where he lived. When he got hit, where my bike is, I jumped off my bike where he got hit. I noticed when he got hit, I said, Robbie got hit. I quick action, what to do. My first reaction to do is stop where I'm at, leave my bike parked. So I put the kickstand down. I ran to Robbie, find out if he was alright. He wasn't alright, so I ran all the way back. I left my bike where it was, where he got hit at. Where possibly where my bike is now, where you see the lights are at. I ran back into the plant, called 911. It felt like it took them forever to get here. And I was thinking to myself, if this man was still alive and he needed assistance, he'd probably be dead already, because they took forever to get here. We didn't have the hospitals we have today. There only was one hospital, and it's all the way in Slidell. So it felt like an eternity to get help. The police came, they started asking me questions. I told them almost 1,000 times the same thing over and over. Me and Robbie was traveling on Highway 190. I was in shock, but I still had my conscience and I knew what to do. So I told him over and over. The first police officer came. I told him what happened. I guess just to see if I changed my story, I guess they asked me almost 10 times that same night exactly what happened. I said me and Robbie was traveling on Highway 190. My friend got hit. I stopped my bike and I parked it. I ran to him. When I was running to him, I yelled, "No," real loud. And when I got to him, I looked at the situation. I said, I thought about doing CPR, but it looks like I couldn't do anything. So I went to call 911. The ambulance came, the police came, and I told them the story what happened. I had a nice big detective. I remember almost every police officer there. It was like 4 from, even though you always pick and choose certain things in your memory. And I remember a certain cop. They had one cop who was in a truck. He looked like he was in a SWAT team. Then the coroner came. He was a big color fella, African American coroner. He had a little mustache, bald head, a little heavy set. And he asked me the same questions over and asked what happened. I told him the same thing over. I told about 4 cops the same thing about 10 times over and over and over. After it was all over with, I didn't go to work for about 3 days. They thought I quit, but I didn't quit. I went back to work at the donut shop. I worked there for another 10 years. Then I quit and did cleaning crew. I'm gonna let this car pass by. But you will never forget. And when I wrote the report, since I have dyslexia and my understanding of spelling words is beyond comprehension, it's like a 2-year-old wrote a sentence. I was in shock. Didn't know what to write, didn't know what to say. A couple months passed by and we finally went to court, and my handwriting told them I was incompetent to stand trial. To either point the finger and say this what happened or say what happened. So they found me incompetent because my dyslexia and my handwriting. And the guy got away with Robbie Hartman's death. Usually you get hit and run, but I guess this is his first offense, which they usually give you a slap on the wrist and tell you not to do it again. I didn't mind. I didn't mind that. I knew in my mind that he's going to think about this every day of his life. If he drank more, or he stopped drinking because of this, and he thought about it over and over in his mind about this man he killed on the bike, was good enough for me. It was very good for me that he had this in his mind every day. Let this car pass. So I didn't mind. The court system's there for a reason. You might say justice didn't prevail. But That's what we have lawyers for, to get us out of trouble when we get in trouble. That's why we have a legal system and law to protect us, even though we got in trouble. So I didn't mind. I didn't mind him being set free. But I know in my mind that he's going to think about this every day of his life. That he killed somebody because he drank and drive. That he shouldn't just say, hey, I'm drinking, I'm not driving tonight, call a cab for me. But he chose that. He chose to drink and drive. But he will always remember that night. I know where he's at today. Last time I heard, he was in Florida, but that was like 5 years ago. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm promoting bike safety for a cause. A good cause. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to watch or read my blogs, even though there are a few blogs and more videos than me. But you will one day say, hey, he's right. I need to get a light for my loved one. I need to get a light for my friends. A $10 device could, or maybe, save my friend Robbie Hartman's life. I blame myself and I blame Robbie in my heart, in my opinion. That was our fault. Also our fault. Maybe if we had a light, maybe. But I bet that $10 device could have saved his life. Now, the person was drinking at Rimel's. It was a bar around the corner, over the bridge. It was a bar at the time. Now it's just empty building. But that's where he came from. Right here in the Lacombe. He don't live far from here. About another 10 miles and he's at home. He told his sister he thought he hit somebody, but he didn't know. The sister called the police on him. Thank you. I don't even know your name, but thank you. If you see somebody who's doing evil or bad, there's no such thing as evil, just bad things, and you think the law needs to be involved, please call them. So, I hope this is rewarding for you. I hope you might listen to me. You don't have to. I'm not your mom. I have to wrap this up. It's time for me to go. I just want to say, be careful when you're riding a bike on the road. Jogging or walking. Put a light on your bike. Put a light on yourself. Be seen, be safe. I'm Chris Dickens, the blue guy on the blue bike. I hope you enjoy my videos. I hope you watch my vlogs. Oh, vlogs. There you go, dyslexia. Alright, I have to go. It's ready to start raining, and I don't want to be caught out here with my equipment. So, knowing that, let's take a look at that bike before we leave. There's my new lights in the front, the back. Don't forget I got brake lights on these, baby. You see my new lights on the back? I got all kinds of new lights. It's right here. The little orange stripes. And that's it. So, damn it.